we go with Shrayana Bhattacharya's book, which is Desperately Seeking Shah Rukh, India's Lonely Young Women and Search for Intimacy and Independence. Using Shah Rukh Khan as a metaphor, Shrayana sets the stage for an interesting discourse on the personal portrait of the average Indian women post-liberalization. Desperately Seeking Shah Rukh is an author's exploration of struggles and the unheard aspirations of women in India when it comes to realizing their dreams and idea of love. She states the trope of a unreliable narrator and an observant reader will immediately know reference is drawn to the recently coined term self-gaslighting behavior.
Congratulations, Shrayana. This book was recommended to me by my dear friend Yamini Iyer, and she told me the title of the book. I said, I'm looking for some feminist economist literature. And she says, look at Desperately Looking Shah Rukh. And I was like intrigued, why is she suggesting a romantic novel to me? So I was, desperately looking for the romance in that book, but it was pure economics. Rest, Shrayana will tell you.
Thank you so much. I realize a book titled Desperately Seeking Shah Rukh is an odd one in this mix. But I just want to tell you a bit about the origins of the book. In 2006, I was given a standard survey questionnaire. I was a research assistant for a project, asked to collect data on the wages and working conditions of women. SEVA was actually the organization I was working for. And I have to actually thank Ratna Sudarshan, Ranana Jhabwala, who really were the original, I think, those who nudged me on this path. When I started asking the questions, the women I was speaking to were so bored because they'd actually answered questions about their wages, working conditions nearly 5 times over. And so they said, can we take a break? And we took a break, and as an icebreaker, I started asking all of them who their favorite actor was, and suddenly everyone started talking about Shah Rukh Khan. And as I moved from the slums of Ahmedabad to the forests of Jharkhand, villages of Uttar Pradesh, where women are working in different home-based industries, earning about a quarter of minimum wage, it was fascinating to understand how this process of economic liberalization, he starts to embody this for so many women who perhaps don't understand budget speeches, but see that there's a poster or there are more products suddenly which are being marketed. And through these conversations about an actor, we discover, I followed these women actually for nearly 12 to 15 years, their economic trajectories and personal trajectories. You learn about their lives. It's a mad project. It tries to include film, cinema, data, economic theory, and I really want to thank, I have a PhD committee for the book, starting with Professor Devki Jain, Professor Abhijit Banerjee and Professor Lant Pritchett. I just want to thank them because I think without them, this just would never happen. And thank you so much, Sameerji and Scotch, for acknowledging the book. I think you don't just acknowledge this book, you acknowledge anyone who's looking at the economy in very unconventional ways. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you so much. And do read this book. It's not boring economics.